nationals of the Africa Esports Championship. And remember, this is Africa's premier esports league. My name is Craig Andere.
And I'm Urage Wanjohi. So basically, this tournament will be taking a round-robin kind of setting where we have 8 gamers, 7 matches each, and 3 points for the winner, 1 for a draw, and 0, as we call it, mtungi, for the loser.
Yes, you get nothing for a loss. And right now we have a great matchup coming up between one of the tournament's favorites, Mr. Kingslayer, and the youngest player registered in the tournament,
yeah, so
Zack himself.
6 points so far for Kingslayer, and Zack also has some 3 points, so it will be quite a tight matchup.
Yes, let's take a look at the team sheets.
He thrashed the first game. I think it was a mate need.
Yeah, he put 8 past his opponent with no response, right?
Probably to see a high-scoring game.
Yeah, hopefully we are going to see a high-scoring game, especially with Kingslayer using 2 strikers up top. Very interesting to see how he's going to take that. But Zack will have something to say about it.
Okay, and if you are not here from the beginning, this is the Africa Esports Championship, Africa's premier esports league.
Yes, sir, and we have some good gameplay. Just looking forward to seeing goals in this one. Some of the games in the.
Yeah, so Zack with the Bayern Munich outfit, and he's quickly under pressure, but Kingslayer was unable to control that in a tight position.
Yeah, it is still early days, but some dangerous signs from him right there. They're good players. These guys are very attacking-minded players, especially with Kingslayer. Put 8 passes in past his opponent last time. Initially, he put 3 goals. He put 3 goals against him, but on the second leg, he put 5 past him, and it was sad to see the guy just wanted the game to end.
Yeah, and Zack, this again, I want to reiterate that this is the first year he's actually been a gamer. The first time he ever interacted with a console was last year, and that was really awesome.
Yeah, looking at what Zack is doing. Zack looks cool, calm, collected for a first year. He's one of our youngest players in this tournament, but from his game, you can't tell that he's one of our youngest players. He's playing a very mature type of play. And right there, we have a through ball. Game time, goal time. Yes, sir, let's go.
Kingslayer, he's 1-0 up, 12 minutes on the clock, and we have a really big game on us.
Okay, yes, sir. So we have a goal right there by Barcelona using this is in Dembele.
Yeah, that's Osman Dembele, the French. He picked out his position and just quickly slotted it, easy as you like.
Yes, and let's see what Zack has in store for us in terms of a response. And remember, this is one of the most dangerous times in FIFA. When you just scored a goal, your defenders are usually in a different mood, so you find yourself getting out of position.
Yeah, and I think Zack is basically the newbie here, and this is the first tournament.
Goal time! Goal time!
He'll up 16 minutes on the first leg of the tournament.
Kingslayer looks like he's not taking any prisoners today. Yeah. The guy has put 10 goals today, 10 goals past his opponents as we speak, and it looks like he's gonna give us more.
Yeah, but what I keep on saying is you'd rather concede these goals early so that you have an opportunity to come back, because we still have some almost 70 minutes on the clock, and he knows he needs goals now, Zack, and he needs to step up his game.
But I'll tell you this: there's 2 sides to that sword. Huh?
Yeah.
When you concede goals early, you might end up conceding a lot more, especially when you get into an offensive-minded formation. You might get hit on the counter, and looking at it looks like he can get a goal here. Does he get one back? No, sir, no reload, and he's dangerous. There's danger of the counter-attack here. There's some space on the left wing. Does he get the player to Dembele? Yes, sir, but Dembele is a bit tired. Looking at him, heel to heel. Oh, good skill move to create some space. Get the ball to the center. Cool, calm, collected, bang, bang. Woo! It's gonna be a long day. Looking at this, it's gonna be a long day for young man.
Kingslayer slaying a Zack, and this is a test of his mentality, Zack, right now.
Yeah. He's not considered. He's put 11 past these players today. Not considered anything. It's crazy. It's crazy out here, and he looks like he's looking for more. And judging by his celebration out there, tells the guy continues on 2 goals today
already.
Says, look at this foot. This is the one that's tearing you apart.
Yeah, and as well, also look at their posture.
Okay.
Kingslayer looks so composed, so relaxed, and he's not fidgeting, or you cannot see any emotions or any feelings in this thing. He's basically just going for the kill.
And that's a man who knows his business. It's about business. We don't come here with emotions. We come here to get work done, and that's what the Kingslayer is doing to all his opponents. Immediately goes into the front foot, through pass to the wing. Cool cup collected again, some skill move.
He got everything right apart from the finish.
Yeah,
but
got everything right apart from the finish. And just judging by his composure right now, if Zack is not careful, he's gonna be calling someone to take him to the hospital after this one.
Kingslayer has actually been had 4 tournaments previously, and he's won 2. And the fun fact is that this guy actually bought his first console using the prize money that he made in the.
And that's what this kind of tournaments do for everyone. Yeah. So it's always good to see these young players coming, getting opportunities in such games, and just showing out their skill set and maybe getting some bread out of it.
Yeah, now we can see basically Zack, the Kingslayer wants to control the game, and he's just playing some tiki-taka passes from the back. We can see that there's a quick counter-attack and he loses the ball again.
It's crazy out here, but looking at the Jamie Lannister of this tournament, Mr. Kingslayer, slaying Kings left, right, and center. I don't know what we can call this game, but 41 minutes into it, 3-0 up. Looks like he's cool, calm, and just waiting to see out the half.
Yeah, it's been a long day today. This is the 6th game of the tournament today, and I don't know. I'm not sensing any form of fatigue or pressure from these players.
That's what you get from a good game. There's no sense of fatigue when the games are interesting, and that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at a 3-goal thriller at the moment, first half, and looks like there's going to be more of them. But Zack has something to say about that, I'm sure.
Interesting about Kingslayer's game. He's actually making 1-2 passes. He does not retain the ball for too long with one player. He's making very quick passes, and it becomes very difficult to gain possession or even defend against with this style.
Okay, and we do have a chance there. Yes, gets one back. 3-1. 4-0. Oh my God.
So we can see Philippe Coutinho is on his game today. He's on a hat-trick already, and Kingslayer basically knows exactly how to use this particular player.
Yeah, he knows how to use the whole team, and that's why I think he chose this team, and especially against a defense that is a bit shaky at the moment. And at this point in time in FIFA, when you've conceded a lot of goals, you really need to change the mentality of your team. Otherwise, you'll get so many goals past you. And I'm not sure we really need to take into account the goal difference at the moment in the tournament. But one way or the other, the goals will come into play.
Yeah, one thing about scoring too many goals in the first match of the match day, you actually intimidate your opponents.
Yeah,
and everyone, you go against him, and everyone, you know this guy can score goals. So you always you always try and play some defensive kind of play. That's where you get caught out.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And when you score a lot of goals, your opponents will come into the game looking to go defensive, and that's the kind of mental games you try and play against. And that's a mistake right there. What do we have? Does he create something? Back heel? No, sir. Good defense from the Kingslayer.
54 minutes on the clock, and we haven't seen any clear-cut chance from Zack.
Zack is looking like he's a bit in this one. And we have just a bit long on that through ball, but he was in otherwise.
Yeah, it was a bit too long, but the keeper was also alert to that, because we've seen tournaments where you just sleep 1 minute, 1 second, and
you get found out, right?
Precisely.
Yeah, it's always good to see these players, and right now Kingslayer is looking like he's cool. He doesn't seem really bothered. He's leaning back on his chair. He just wants to see and he's not changed anything since halftime, because why would you change a winning strategy, a winning machine? You don't need to change anything. You don't need to fix
They say if it's not broken,
don't fix it,
exactly. Young man. And we're about to see a goal
off the post corner time. Yeah, immediately changed his formation using a bit of the central attack. I've seen some changes there, but we're going to see how it translates into the game.
Yeah, interesting fact about Kingslayer. We were talking earlier, and his mentality is win at all costs.
Okay.
He doesn't want to care whether he scores it with a box or an O or an X, but he needs to get the goals.
A goal is a goal as long as the ball crosses the line.
And the guy is delivering. The guy is delivering,
and it's always good to see. I'm seeing Zack trying to get into the offensive, and I think this is just because of the kind of changes he made tactically. Immediately gets a chance right there, but good defense. That's a foul going the other direction, but good to see him on the front foot now.
Yeah, we have seen some bit of change. At least he's able to get in and around the box.
Yeah, let's see if he can pull some back. Let's see if he can cut the deficit a bit.
Another interesting fact, Kingslayer, 23-year-old. This is a young homie. Compared to how old are you?
Don't talk to me like that. The thing about this thing is, compared the young players we have here are very young and they're very skillful.
Yeah.
So the experience comes in terms of, there's a goal here. Off the line, good defense from Zack, but he's leaving dangerously. The experience about this thing is the number of hours you play, you learn the number of hours you put in the gameplay, right?
Yeah.
Chance, far post, but the idea was there.
The 23-year-old Kingslayer is from Migori County. The guy is currently doing an internship, but he's looking for a job. Does he even really need a job?
No, at this point, I think he can really get some good things out of esports, and that's what the African Esports Championship is giving these people the opportunity. The premier esports league in Africa.
4 years experience as a pro gamer. You can clearly see.
And that's what you can do when you're 4-0 up, right?
Yeah.
You can just take your time on the box, see if your opponent flinches. If he doesn't, if he takes a wrong tackle, maybe you get a penalty out of it. But again, with the reload, trying to create some space with some skill moves there. Finesse shot, no sir. Good defense from Zack.
Kingslayer, he actually adopts his game next to us. I'm seeing a totally different kind of game that he played the previous game one.
Yes, and right now we are 80 minutes into this one, so I think this one is done and dusted. If I was Zack, I would start planning for my next game, right?
The student from Tuke University, the Beacon student from Tuke University, Zack has a lot of work to do.
He has a lot of work to do, and the thing about Kingslayer, I'm seeing, he plays really good defense. You might underestimate him, you might think he's just an offensive player, but he plays really good defense, knows how to use his players to their strengths, and actually I've not seen a lot of clear-cut chances against his defender.
It's true, that's quite true, and just like I mentioned again, he adopts his game to the opponent.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing. You cannot just go with the same gameplay
every time. And also switching up the ball there to create some space. I love to see when the players are also looking at the radar down there, just knowing where the space is in the pitch and getting the ball there as quick as possible, right?
It's actually funny that we were talking with Zack earlier, and he mentioned that his toughest opponent ever is the Kingslayer. So he knew what he's up against, and
and it looks like there's a chance here. That skill move was wrongly moved. And
bad decision there.
Yeah, bad decision, but at this point in time, you're 4-0 up. I think you can afford to make some mistakes, right?
Yeah. But again, these mistakes, you cannot take them any further. As we move along into the tournament, you'll get better better gamers against you, and you cannot be making such kind of mistakes.
Yeah, so that's the game right there, 4-0 to Mr. Kingslayer.
He's leading in all statistics,
all
the possession, the shots on target, and everything.
Accuracy of the passing. It's crazy. He has an 85% shot accuracy.
This guy is level above what we've seen today.
What you need to do as a player at this point is rattle him a little bit.
So we're into the second leg of this matchup. It's Kingslayer versus Zack. 4-0 aggregate for Kingslayer at the moment. I'm hoping to see more goals in this particular fixture.
Yeah, but it's always good to see. Like right now, I see immediately Kingslayer going into the front foot. This guy is on fire today. You need to calm him down. Maybe get a goal past him, put him on the defense, play some high line of defense, and get the ball away from him and put him under pressure a little bit.
Yeah, so you're watching the Africa Esports Championship, Africa's premier esports league, and if you don't know, now you know.
If you don't know, now you know, and welcome to, if you just joined us, just welcome to this tournament. This is a tournament that is brought to us by What's Good Studios, PSG, and a lot of sponsors.
NRG Radio, What's Good Radio, What's Good Studios, Ludic Works. Basically, we have everyone on board.
We have everyone on board who matters, and we have a corner right there for Mr. Zack, let's see what he does with this one. Not seen a lot of goal scoring from corners in this league, in this tournament yet.
Yeah, apart from that one game, I think it was game match 2 or game 2 or something.
Yeah, that was game 2 when the player was using a lot of Cristiano Ronaldo, but still gets the reload. See if he can put the ball into. And that's the thing about Kingslayer. Kingslayer is so good in defense. If you put a loose pass, he's going to intercept it and immediately go on the front foot, as we are seeing right there. Can we have a cross? Do we have a cross? Decides to take it easy. Finesse shot. Oh
my God. Fluffed his lines in the last minute, and actually it is a corner.
It's a corner.
So it is, okay.
Not much good, not a lot of good corner taking from this tournament yet, but that's just a case of game week 1. I think they're going to improve that facet of the game.
Interesting. The only thing that I'm satisfied about today is we are actually seeing goals. We haven't had any nil-nil draw.
Yeah, it's always good to see these players put the goals, and that's what the fans come to see. Right there, we have Zack on the front foot. El Tornado doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Doesn't come off.
At this point in time, I think this guy is just trying too much. He's overthinking it.
He's overthinking it. I think he needs to figure out that he is 0-0. At this point, the game is 0-0 through ball. Good strong defending.
Good strong defending from Zack. We've seen there. I think it's the first time we actually seen it in this particular tie, but impressive work.
Yeah, impressive work from Zack, but right now he looks like he's up for it. He took the first game by the chin. He took the first punch on the chin, and now he's looking to get ahead, put some points on the game, and right now he's at 3 points. He won 1 game and lost 1, so now he's lost 2, considering he just lost to Kingslayer, but he has a chance to put 1 past him and get the 6 points.
Yeah, credit to Zack. I think he's very composed. He's not overreacted. That is that
offside, bang bang. And I was expecting an offside there, but Kingslayer is on fire and he knows when to put the pass.
The range,
we are rowing the boat now.
The range pass has been timed to perfection.
We are rowing the boat now down to Migori County.
Down to Migori County. Kingslayer is making his people proud.
Oh, that was timed to perfection, and the finish. What do you expect from such a man who's on fire like that?
Yeah, this guy is very composed in front of goal, and he was able to just slide it in easy as he liked.
Okay, and we get back into the game. The kickoff by Zack, and right now it's looking like it's going to be a tough one again. 26 minutes into it, he's 1-0 down, but it's still early days, as you always say. It's not over until the fat lady sings.
Where is she?
The fat lady is still in the building, my brother. Let's go. It's always good to watch some good FIFA and some good switching of the play there. I love it when I see these players using the radar, figuring out where the space in the pitch is, and gets the ball from. Oh, that's a man who's on form. Just a bit unlucky there, losing the ball.
He just went into traffic there and found 2 defenders waiting for him. But that was a good breakup play from.
And that's a dangerous place to play the ball in the midfield, where you have your defenders out of place.
Yeah.
You can really get hit, especially with the kind of talent in this tournament, right?
Yeah. I'm seeing Zack is losing a lot of possession, especially in the midfield, and it's costing him a lot because Kingslayer is very composed and very natural with his possession play.
I think that's a case of just jittering and feeling like he's time bound and he's time bad, so he really needs to put his passes quicker and he's misplacing the passes in that regard. That's an offside right there.
An offside.
It's too early to call to write Zack off, because even in the other game he was 4-0 down, but he still created some glimpses. He gave us some glimpses of some goal scoring ability. So 1-0 down, I don't think he's done and dusted, but he really needs to figure it out quickly and fast.
Yeah, just like you mentioned, there are scoring opportunities, but
good defense from Mr. Kingslayer, and that's what we are calling it. If I was a player in this tournament, I would look at how Mr. Kingslayer is defending. He's defending really well, using his okay, we have a chance right there. Do we have a shot? Do we get a shot? Okay, misplaced.
Heavy touch.
Reload. You have to defend 2-3 chances. Okay, gets the ball away. Do we have a counter right now? Only one offensive player. I think that was a bit rushed, because
one thing that is really costing Zack is the final ball and his finishing. Those are the 2 areas where I think he needs to improve.
No, he's also not not taking account of he being outnumbered or whatever, because in that case he's had only one offensive player against 4 defenders. So that was a case maybe he needed to take his time, allow some of the build-up, his defenders to come and join into the offense.
Yeah, but one thing you mentioned that Kingslayer is basically using all his players, and attacks are coming from all the channels, either from midfield, either from the mid, right, left. You cannot even keep up with this man.
Yeah, that's half time, and immediately looking at, they don't even want us to figure it out, because right now the Kingslayer is just ripping this guy apart.
Yeah. So basically, just to mention it again, this is the Africa Esports Championship at K1 Clubhouse. Every Saturday for the next 8 weekends, we'll be doing this thing for the from 11 to 2 every weekend. So if you miss this weekend, go into next weekend. This is the Africa's Premier Esports League.
And right now we have a chance. We have a through ball. Chooses to take his time with the pass. Oh, inches away. That's a snapshot right there. Inches away, and that's the thing. He's switching it up when his opponent is waiting for him to take his time with the ball. Quick shot.
That's an improvement from what we saw in the first half from what's his name, Zack.
No, Zack is just right now. He's just looking for a goal right now to at least tie it and just get into the tie. Try to get something off. Maybe a point is a point. He also put something in the scoreboard, because you just need the points altogether, because it's a league format.
Yeah, he's doing too much for me. He's doing too much for my liking, and he's not progressing his game to the attacking third. But then again, in the attacking third, his decision making is really costing him.
Just looking at him right now, he has a lot of players in the offensive half. If he loses the ball at this point, there's a chance for a counter. So he really needs to be careful with the ball. And we can see him doing exactly that with some heel to heel, trying to create some space. Can we get a corner cross from him? Now he's in trouble. Okay, he takes his time with that, but now he can get the counter ready.
Just look at the kind of transition from defense to attack from Kingslayer, and it's quick pass, cut back, heavy touch from Kingslayer, and he loses the ball there. The opportunity goes missing.
That's the thing, and now that's exactly what I was saying. I was saying at that point, Zack had a lot of players in the opposing half, and when he lost the ball, he was in danger of counter, and that's exactly what we saw. Just a few missed touches, and he would have been down 2-0, and he would have been in deep trouble. Exactly the same thing right again. Do we have a better through ball? Yes, we do. In on goal, takes his time. Okay, creates some space. Bang, bang. That's exactly what I was saying. When you have that's a super goal from yes sir, good celebration from the young man. He's using a lot of misdirection. There's a lot of misdirection in his gameplay, but let's see how it pays off. And he's 2-0 down at the moment, 67 minutes into the game, and around 20-something minutes to try and get this one back. But still, again, Mr. Kingslayer with the good defense. I love this boy's defense, because he's very cool, calm and collected. Gets the ball, okay. Oh, I thought that was a ball that would have fell.
Yeah, that was one of a very rare errors that we see from Kingslayer, but he was able to quickly dispossess his opponent. This guy basically knows how to use Barcelona. Tiki-taka at his best.
Barcelona. Putting his opponent's defenders cannot even get close to the ball.
That's the thing.
Passing immediately, he gets the ball, one touch, stop the ball, look for the space, put the ball in the space.
This is 12 points.
12 points. The young homie has 12 points out of 4 games. Perfect record, not just offensively but defensively also. You have to take into account is the game right there. 2-0 on the second leg. Mr. Kingslayer
6-0 on aggregate.
6-0 on aggregate, and gets the point. Great day out for the Kingslayer himself, getting 12 points from 12 available points. Young dude slaying everyone.
Yeah, 14 goals, 0 conceded. Do you think you can keep this up?
Yes, I think I can back it up. It's been a good day, and I'm feeling confident about myself.
Yes, and that has been the Kenyan Nationals of the Africa Esports Championship. Remember, this is Africa's premier Esports League. And from me and Mr. Rags here, we have to say goodbye, but catch us next time.